leoni, rinoceronti, elefanti, ippopotami. Sono animali unici al mondo. L'Africa, infatti, possiede la fauna più impressionante al mondo. Purtroppo, secoli di sfruttamento incontrollato hanno ridotto le popolazioni selvatiche ai minimi storici. La prima causa di riduzione di fauna selvatica è la distruzione dell'habitat naturale. Tra i vari paesi africani, il Sudafrica è uno dei pochissimi ad andare in controtendenza. Grazie ad una rete di parchi nazionali e riserve private, vaste aree del territorio sudafricano sono protette. Oggi visiteremo la Scotia Game Reserve, un'area naturale privata, esempio di una politica innovativa per la conservazione del territorio. Per capire meglio come funziona un'area naturale privata e come questa aiuti la conservazione, intervisteremo Justin, il proprietario della Game Reserve.
A game reserve is a piece of land, usually owned by a private company and usually fenced off from the outside world so it can contain the fauna and flora, and it is there in place to preserve and protect the fauna and flora within that area. Usually a private game reserve is a smaller area and a smaller business to run than a national park. These national parks in South Africa, for example, are very big, and therefore you need more staff, and therefore there are more people. Private reserve, there's a lot less people. It's easier to manage it and run it.
So in South Africa you'll have your three different types of privately owned game reserves, which is namely hunting, your hunting reserves, your ecotourism reserves, and your breeding reserves that breed with wild animals. We have a total of about 18 million wild animals, plus minus, and 75 to 80% of them are privately owned.
La cosa che più mi ha colpito visitando l'area è la costante presenza di recinzioni. Mi sono domandato il motivo. È per proteggere la fauna o per proteggere l'uomo?
We need to contain our wildlife within fences, not to protect humans, but yes, that goes hand in hand. We need to protect humans from lions, elephants, etc. But it's mostly to protect the wildlife, because if the wildlife was or is encroaching on humans, they very often are persecuted and they're shot or diseased or poisoned, etc. So yes, it's to protect the wildlife from humans.
You won't really, especially in this modern day and times, you won't have a world where you can have wild animals and people living together. It just won't work. I mean, you can imagine an elephant walking around in a city. It just won't work. So that's the reason why they're fenced up and why management is needed.
Possiamo nasconderci dietro a un dito, oppure affrontare la realtà. Per proteggere l'ambiente servono risorse economiche, senza le quali il territorio viene presto trasformato dalle attività umane.
Is it possible to do wildlife conservation without money? No, it's not possible. Because there are too many people in the world who are not conscious or aware of our national heritage and our wildlife, and they are not interested in caring for it. Those people who might not even understand what conservation is, or they might not even understand the plight of some of our species here in Africa, those people coming to view these animals in Africa and just having a good time, that's conservation enough on their part. If there was no tourism, no hunting and no game viewing, there would be no private game reserves because there's no demand for it. And all that land would go back to farming of some sort.
In Africa, come nel resto del mondo, la terra ha un valore economico. Se non viene conservato e preservato, l'habitat naturale viene presto trasformato dalle attività umane come l'agricoltura e l'allevamento. Le game reserve gestite da privati sono un'ottima strategia per preservare la fauna selvatica. Queste, ovviamente, vanno integrate con una rete di parchi nazionali gestite dai governi. Noi di Keep the Planet speriamo in una società capace di vivere in armonia con la natura. E sicuramente le game reserve possono giocare un ruolo fondamentale